everyone? Welcome to Sir Hunt's Reviews. My name is Mark, and if you're wondering what the fuck is going, what is with the backdrop? Well, I'm sitting here with my son, and we are about to discuss quickly George's got some lint in my beard here. George's Wins of Winter update. The last time I did a Wins of Winter video, basically, I was informing everyone that George is doing his part. His writing pace has slowed. Obviously, the man has aged. Not only that, but coronavirus means that he's in isolation. That's usually something that writers do when they want to finish something, right? So everybody complains about how long it's taking. Not everybody. There's maybe I'd say 25% of the online fandom who bitches about it. There's more people that bitch about it, of course, but they're not true fans of the show, as they've probably never even picked up the books and read them. I'm just kidding. But getting back on track here, in this new update, George basically tells us, hang on, little man's squirming. George, there you go. Sorry. Daddy's ranting into his phone. It's really funny. I've been talking to little man in a Italian accent. Hopefully, he will grow up with an Italian accent, and it will be the funniest thing ever. But yeah, basically, George goes on after, ranting about how quickly January went and how terrible 2020 was and how things in general are just, kind of fucked up right now. But he's saying that he wrote hundreds of pages of the Winds of Winter last year, and he's got hundreds more to go. And that he's not going to make a deadline because every time he does, assholes online try to rip him a new one. Well, like I much have been saying for like the past year, George is... My son just did a double pipe classic. He burped and farted, which is likely a little doodle in the diaper. But he's not promising anything on the deadline. But getting back on track here, as I've been saying for like the past year, hang on. Super squirmy wormy. As I've been saying for the past year, George is likely pretty close to finishing the Winds of Winter. He realizes that he's missed his deadline by several years now, so he's not going to tell everyone that. I think what's happening right now is revisions. He wants to get the perfect ending for the Winds of Winter because there is another book after that, and there's a lot of loose ends he needs to tie up. You could read one chapter in A Dance of Dragons, not knowing much about the previous books, and just realize there's no way... I hope that got on the audio, because that was hilarious. Oh... Oh man, that was really funny. That was classic. It's a really hard series to wrap up. George wrote a massive story in a massive universe that he kept ever so expanding on, and that's hard to wrap up. That's what's been taking all this time. I'm pretty sure he's finished multiple versions of the Winds of Winter, or the most important POV chapters, sent them off to his friends, maybe to Elio and Linda from Westeros.org. They made a few suggestions. We know that George is a perfectionist. That's why Song of Ice and Fire is such an amazing universe, but it's coming soon. And getting way back on track that I got super sidetracked from before, my original point is that I've been saying that it makes the most sense to release something like The Winds of Winter to go along with something like a new series, a prequel series, House of the Dragon. It makes sense to give something like the next book in the main A Song of Ice and Fire series, not one of the back history books that he's written about it, not one of the side novella like Dunk and Egg, not going into further detail about something like Robert's Rebellion or something they're coming out with, but It makes sense to do the same thing they did with the original series, Game of Thrones. George released Dance back then to go alongside with it, or co-alongside with it, as we say on this channel. But I think that by the end of this year, Winds of Winter will have a release date for 2022. And also, I'd say by midsummer, they're going to be well into filming, so we're going to know how long it'll take them to film the rest of the stuff, how much stuff they have to film. So we'll know around the same time, towards the end of this year, just a few short months. January's already flown by, and we're already into February. By the end of this year, for sure, we will have a release date for not only House of the Dragon, but also the Winds of Winter. And I got to get the fudge out of here. My son's starting to cry. I love you all. Thank you so much. Please slap a like on this video. The like goal is going to be 420. Also, make sure you're subscribed, and then it's the most important part. Make sure every notification's turned on, so that way you get an alert every single time I drop a video. Throughout the wait for House of Dragon Season 1, throughout the wait for the Winds of Winter, throughout the wait for the Duncan Egg prequel series, and throughout the wait for Robert's Rebellion in the animated series, whichever, area of A Song of Ice and Fire they decide to cover in that, or as it's known on this channel, the Well, this is obviously made post-edit, and my voice just startled my son awake, but I couldn't leave that video without saying, "I don't know."